appreciate you. All right. And I really appreciate everybody. I'm Thomas Dixon. I'm the Democratic candidate for the United States Senate that's running against Tim Scott. I'm that same one that's running against Tim Scott that's going to defeat him. You all please forgive me. Please forgive me as I've sort of relaxed that formal battle dress that I came in. I'm a little warm. I just got here from Charleston a little while ago. There was the Hope Bridge Walk against domestic violence this morning. So since I've worked in the community many, many years in this fight against domestic violence that has got us from numbers 1, 2, and 3 on the bottom up to number 5, as far as the worst in the nation, I felt it was my obligation to make sure that I was there in participation, present with them. And I marched that bridge almost 2.5 miles in the tie and the shirt and everything. So I'm a little tired, a little sweaty, and these 64-year-old ankles hurt a little bit. But I'm here to tell you, on the authority of all that is good, that all that is just, and all that is right, that each one of us must understand that truly, yes, enough is enough. Now, that was a clap moment, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all something about me. I'm not one of them politically correct people. I'm one of them folks that's gonna tell you just like it is. I'm one of them folks that's gonna go for you just with the tenacity that I did in walking that bridge I did, 64 years old, in that heat, with that suit and the tie on, against domestic violence. I'm that same guy that's gonna go to Washington, D.C. and tell those folks that are there, enough is enough. I'm that same guy when I get there, the first day that I walk on the floor, I'm gonna walk up to Senator Bernie Sanders and say, Senator, you ain't in this battle alone. You got backup, you got front up, and together we gonna man up, and we gonna take this thing for the Democratic way. All of the things that we represent: quality education, good jobs, a living wage, prison reform, funded Planned Parenthood for reproductive health care for women. Everywhere, expanded rights, benefits for senior citizens, expanded benefits for our veterans. All of these different areas that the Republicans have fought against, myself and Senator Sanders are getting ready to go to the mat with it, and we're going to win. I'm here to tell you this morning that enough is enough. But enough is only a saying. It can be in red with a black background or blue with a white background. But it's only a saying. But until we get it in our hearts to make sure that we express the fact that enough is enough, that we are going out here and we get people to get to the polls, people that have never voted before, people who are skeptical about where we're going as far as a nation, to get them to the polls, people who say that one person in a party is better than another person in the party, instead of understanding that we are the party and what we do affects everybody in our nation. Until we together get together and do what's necessary to win, guess what's going to happen? We're not going to win. We're going to be just what the folks have always said. Oh, Hillary can't win in South Carolina. Trump's going to win in South Carolina. I'm here to tell you this morning on the authority of Pastor Dixon, because I'm a pastor also, that's a lie, the pits of hell. Never let anyone tell you that we can't win. Please, every time that you hear that, you let them know something's wrong with you. You have cognitive dissonance. You are willfully ignorant, because we are going to win in South Carolina. We don't have to take our people and send them to help people in North Carolina. We need our people manned up with their boots on the ground right here in South Carolina. So we can take this state decisively, and we can win a big victory, not only in the presidential race, but in the Senate race against Tim Scott, against the congressional race against Tom Rice with Mal Hyman, my other blue brother, and my other blue brothers across the state. We can win, and we can win big, and we do it for who? For the people of the great state of South Carolina and the great nation that is already great of America.
All right.
I'm tell y'all, I ain't politically correct, but I do what's right. And I'll fight for what's right with the best of them. I come out of the projects in Chicago. I've been shot at, propositioned about gang membership. I've been an alcoholic and a drug addict. I've fought against every system and been victimized by every system that you can think of. But it's that experience coupled with the tenacity to win that ensures the fact that on November the 8th, in the U.S. Senate race, as far as I'm concerned, this race, we shall win. Let there be no doubt in your minds, we will win. It's for the people.
All right.
It's because we are a nation that's of the people, by the people, and for the people. It's because everybody has a right to life, liberty, and happiness in America. And it's because of the fact that we have this red party that we're saying that enough is enough. When we look at our children and our children's children and the future of our entire planet, that they are raping them. I think Kay said something about the fact that it's almost treasonous, the behavior of our Republican Party. So we need to vote.
Yeah.
We need to let them know that we don't appreciate that type of behavior and treatment, and we're not going to accept it anymore. And when we take this state, because we're going to pay the blue, when we take this state in 2016, I'm here to tell you, we're not giving it back. We're never going to give it back. Because if we do what we're doing, we're surrendering our children and their children to the same oppression that we're fighting against right now. So we need to make sure that that's our priority and understand that we are stronger together. And that cord that binds us is righteousness, justice, and peace. You see, because that's love's work. If we are our brother and our sister's keepers, then we ensure that justice and fairness and equity is available for all, and not just the elitists or some in our nation. So we ask for your support. We ask for you all to get out. We're working in a different vein, and I close with this. Myself, Mal, Eric Bjorn in the 2nd District, Dimitri Cherney in the 1st District, and the other Democratic candidates at the congressional level, we're all working together right now, building a coalition that will carry on following our victories in November, on into office. And though that coalition, that unity, that union that we have right now is going to trickle back down so that we stand next to Representative Anderson as he pushes forward his bills, that we stand next to Senator Saab as he pushes forth the things that are going to benefit the people. No longer will the people of South Carolina look up and see and miss their representatives in Washington because they go and get lost there and only show up back in the state when there's an emergency and they show up for a photo op. No longer will that happen because we, your Democratic elected people at the federal level, will be right back here to stand next to our state House representatives and senators as they push forward the legislation that we believe in and we support. So the people in this state will see Democrats that are together, work together, stand together, and fight for their well-being together. No longer will the red tide in South Carolina that's called the Republican Party be able to run bullyish over the Democrats in this state, because we are here to stand in support of all of our elected officials in this state, no matter how great or how small. And we are going to let the people know that this is the time that we have overcome. Thank you all so very much.